Delighted to be joined once again by Bobby Wilkinson here on Swindon 105.5, the manager of Swindon Supermarine FC. Bobby, a really good week for you guys. And I just want to start with the game that was called off, which was the Bristol Manor Farm game. You guys were away. It's another game. It's another one that's been called off. When were you informed that the game was called off? I'm interested to know how this all works from your perspective because I don't know how this works. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I know it's a nerdy thing, but I'm intrigued. Do you get a phone call from someone or?
Yeah, my secretary will go and meet a referee at the ground. I think it was 9 o'clock, 9:15 on Saturday. So the referee expects the pitch. He looks at the pitch. Sorry, I'm thinking the week before. This week it was away, wasn't it? So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I had a phone call from my secretary at it was 9:15, 9:30. Bristol Manor Farm said it wasn't playable. Conditions were bad. They gave us a phone call the night before saying it wasn't great, but they're still going to expect it the next day. I get a phone call and then it's a rush job after that because then I have to get all the boys into training. They need to be ready. So I even left that message on Friday night. They needed to be in training for 11:30 start. So everyone was ready. As soon as they had the phone call and messages from myself that the game's off, we were in training hard, preparing for the next game, and that's Monday.
Yeah, you're in the Swindon, that brilliant facility at the back of the ground. So I saw some of the pictures that the club posted on the Saturday with the boys in training. I don't need notes for the Monday night game. Normally, I'd read a match report or something, but I don't need to because I was there live in Technicolor. So I saw it live in front of me. Um, I do just want to mention the pitch. I've never seen it so bad, but I think it's a credit to everyone at the club for getting the game on. I've never seen that pitch so bad. Normally it's a carpet and you can really pass and move with that. It was a very good performance. Sporting Club Inkberrow was the opponent. Um, I think I texted you after the game because obviously I just saw you pre and post match. That I just watching like the first 10, 15 minutes because we had a conversation beforehand about the pitch and looking at it, it wasn't kind of your typical, oh, you can pass the ball really well kind of pitch. And the players spent about 10, 15 minutes of the game trying to work out what they could do with the ball, how they could pass it. So there is a little bit of long ball play at the start of it whilst they worked out what Sporting Club Inkbro took the lead, but you didn't look like you were worrying because the team looked pretty good, even 1-0 down. And then I noticed they stopped. They gave you a lot of space in the midfield as well. That you always had two centre players in the midfield that they weren't pressing, whereas before they took the lead, they were pressing them. So do you think they took their foot off the gas when they went 1-0 up a little bit?
Well, what we decided first 15 minutes, let's get the ball forward because of the tricky conditions. And then, as you could see after that, Dan, we ended up playing some unbelievable, entertaining football. So our game plan worked because we knew they would stop pressing us and then we could pass it round them. And that's why you heard me, quite a lot on the sidelines. Let's pass this ball, let's move it, even in these tricky conditions. That's why I was so pleased with the way we tactically outshone them in the end with the extra man in midfield as well. And then they couldn't cope with our movement and our passing. And then I changed shape to get the ball out wide because, as you could see, down the right-hand flank was a lot better than the centre and the left-hand flank. So I was just so pleased for everyone at the football club, if I'm being honest with you. It's a big shout out for how well we're playing at the moment because of my management team, my staff, my players. They deserve all the credit because we've been thrown everything at us this year, haven't we? With injuries, with so many games being called off. That's 8 now. Like I said to you, if you get 2 more called off, it's a quarter of a season. And one thing we tried to make sure we've kept in house, and I've made sure of this because I've had lots of meetings on it. We stay classy, we stay humble. We don't start the complaining side of the game that I know a lot of managers do and a lot of people do. Anyone who wants to have an opinion, let them have their opinion. I've always found in life, and when someone has an opinion, it's because normally they're not doing their job properly. So what we wanted to do is just continue doing our job properly, prepare for games when they're off, and then when we get these games on, let's see if we can get a bit of momentum from the 2026 start of the season, second part of the season from Christmas. And my staff, my players have upped their levels with consistency and hard work. Not that they could get any harder, because I wouldn't ever let their standards drop. But um, the biggest achievement at this football club for me, Dan, is like, we're giving them a future, aren't we? We're giving them a platform, these youngsters as well, and that, we've got something to build. There's a purpose, because I watch so many teams every year just plod along, spend money. Don't go up, don't go down. And I said something to you a few weeks ago. What is the word failure? This year hasn't been a failure because we haven't made the top six. This year's been an unbelievable success because of we're building for next year, and hopefully 90% of these players will sign on, Dan, and we'll play even better next year and we'll be more experienced. It's been real difficult at times, but not one that we haven't enjoyed. It's been difficult because you can see success brewing at the football club, which for me is a massive positive.
I described the first 20 half an hour of the game, because obviously you got the equaliser on like the 28th minute. Weirdly, the clock in the background was two minutes behind, so everyone was like, "Is it 26th minute, 28th minute?" No, it was 28th minute. Do you kind of? I would liken that to kind of the football equivalent of a chess match. Do you enjoy those kind of things, or do you just want? I just want to keep it simple. And just let's get forward and get a goal. Or do you enjoy the kind of chess, the deep thinking? You're sat there going, we need to do this, this, and this, and I compare it to a chess match. Do you enjoy that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I love the chess match. That's why I work so hard during the week to make sure we're prepared right. That's why you have to be one step, two step ahead of everyone else. Sometimes I'm three, four steps ahead of other managers, but if you don't have that certain caliber of player who's ready for that step themselves, you have to then adapt to that situation. So that was definitely a game of chess, wasn't it? First 15 minutes, because the conditions, let's not lie, was horrendous. The pitch isn't a footballing pitch at the moment. But guess what? We've tried to stick to that philosophy of playing football. And the first 10 minutes, there was no football, both sides, really. Look how they scored their goal, because their game of chess was get the ball forward as well. As was they put us under so much pressure, we couldn't make that second and third pass. So I give them a lot of credit. I like to give opposition and managers credit for trying to outsmart us. But what we did then, make the pitch bigger, got a little bit more movement in there, put the extra midfielder in there, and then they couldn't deal with our tactical moves and our chess moves. So in the end, some you win, some you lose. But yeah, the game of chess on a football pitch is fantastic. And unless you've been in the game, people wouldn't see that side of it. You see it firsthand. You know the game inside out as well. And I was really pleased that you see what we're trying to achieve at that football club.
Yeah, and you have mentioned it once because it was raining in the first half, and then it kind of stopped in the second half, and that made once the pitch dried out a little bit more. Although the players still had to be really precise with their passing because it was difficult conditions. They were able to do as you were shouting at them, pass it, pass it, pass it, and
Yeah.
once you guys did that and you were pressing them off the pitch as well. I noticed that every time they tried to put the ball forward, there was always a Supermarine player, a Marine player there to scoop up the ball and start it again at the back and pass it. So it was really, really joyous to see. And obviously the 66th minute goal from Brad Hooper. And then I missed the last goal because all I saw was a loose ball fly into their goal. I didn't even see anyone cross it or shoot it. I just saw a ball midair just fly into their net and went, oh, okay, 3-1.
I was really pleased for Brad Hooper, because he's never played centre forward. But I just thought how much we were getting down the wings in the end and playing playing good football. I wanted someone to have that composure in the 6-yard box, especially with the conditions. And it comes back to that tactical move, doesn't it? I was about to take him off, and then I said to my assistant manager, Mike, I went, actually, I'm going to leave him on. I feel like let's move him from that midfield role and put him up top. And he's never played there. We laughed and joked after the game, and then he brings that ball down in the box and then slots it in. Which was fantastic. And then, Sal scored the third goal from a high press, got it back. Keeper was no man's land, and he put it in. And what I was so pleased with Sal is his birthday on the day. He's been left out the last 3 games, but he showed that hunger and desire to play well for the football clubs. All goals were fantastic on the day. And like I said here, the players deserve all their credit. And we've got back to what I believe in high press, high energy, move the ball fast, and teams can't cope with you. And now you can see it working, and you can see it developing. I see something a few weeks ago. Someone wrote a comment. Someone sent it to me. Someone part of our club actually went, we shouldn't be happy with a draw away from home. Why shouldn't we? We've just gone 2 away games, 2 home games now, and picked up 8 points, which is fantastic in this league with such a young group with now some real good experience, and we're starting to uh pick up some great results, but playing some great football at the same time. So we're trying to do both parties as well, Dan.
6 goals in the last 2 games. That's all you need to say. 6 goals.
Yeah, well, yeah. I just look at people's comments when people send them to me, or we laugh about it, and I look at what they've achieved and what we're trying to achieve, and then I look back the last 4 or 5 years, and then I look now, and all I know is this club's going somewhere. That's just my own personal opinion. I felt last year they're not going anywhere. At the start of the season, the club wasn't going anywhere, because we could always look back and go, "Oh, we did this right, we did that right." We're here together right now, this moment. Anyone who doesn't want to be part of the journey shouldn't be anywhere near the football club, or you have lots of supporters out there that don't want us to do well. Opposition, I mean. But right now, our fans have been absolutely world class the last 5 6 weeks in horrendous conditions. We had another great little turnout the other day, and they're the people I'm trying to entertain, and they're the people that matter when I hear little things here and there. They're the real supporters who can see what we're doing at this football club, and the board and the volunteers deserve all the credit for believing in what we're trying to do, and letting us enjoy this project. And this club will go where it wants to go if we can carry on this momentum and keep believing. And people want to sign for the football club now. They didn't want to sign before Christmas, because where was the club going? What were we looking to do? But so now, people are knocking on my door saying, "Can I come and sign?" And we might have one more signing coming in now as well. So just really pleased for everyone at the football club, Dan.
You talk about playing high press, and it was clear to see like the only player that was in your half of the field in points in the second half was the goalkeeper. You were caught out a few times. They created Sporting Club, Inkberrow created a few chances, but Luke Pennell in goal. My goodness, he made 2 or 3 saves in that second half that were absolutely the way he judged it was absolutely fantastic. So tell me about his performance. What did you make of it?
His performance since he came in has been world class, first class. Um, I sent him a message on Tuesday morning, congratulating him for another great win, but overall a great performance. And I love working with you. He sent one back saying, "I've never enjoyed my football as much. I like the style of play. I like the way we train. I like the standards, and I feel like I can't ever concede a goal at the moment." Of course, he's going to concede goals, but he believes he's not. So we've got that goalkeeper in a fantastic place, and he deserves that credit because he comes quite far. And let's be real, he's the best goalkeeper in the league on his day. He should be playing a league above. That's why we've had 1 or 2 clubs want to sign him, but he wanted to stay here because of the project and where he believes he's got a future now for the next 2 3 years. So a big shout out to him, a lot of credit to him.
Let's focus then on Saturday's game. Bishops Cleeve come from Gloucestershire into North Wiltshire, into Swindon, and you watched their last game, which was a 2-0 win against Bashley. What have you made of them so far? What did you make of that particular game as well?
It was a really entertaining game. We finished training and then we jumped straight in the car, me and my management team, and drove down to Bishops Cleeve because we got them this Saturday, and the week after we got Bashley, because I think it's so important to go and watch your opposition the best you can. Yeah, Bishops Cleeve are 100% hot favourites. They've just got into the playoffs. They're spending a lot of money. They've got a lot of experience, a lot of step-free players. Harry Williams scored an unbelievable goal. Didn't really do a lot for about 15 minutes, then receives the ball, bang, goal. And that's why they're up there. And they are so experienced with a lot of power, a lot of pace, some very good players. And the manager's been there a long time, so they're on a bit of a different journey to us. But the way we are at the moment, I don't fear them. We look forward to them. We look forward to bringing them to our pitch because remember they play on an AstroTurf, so they're going to be a little bit shocked when they see our pitch. But that's football. But they're hot favourites, and we look forward to competing against another one of the big boys. Remember, the last two big boys we played very well and been the better side. So can we keep that momentum on, playing well against a top side, and can we pick up a point? But we'll certainly be trying to win 3 points.
Yeah, to echo what you said about draws, points equals prizes, and Bishops Cleeve are in the playoffs. Let's focus on the Monday game then, because it's Brixham next. They seem to be able to churn out a couple of draws. They haven't won since the start of January, but they they've churned out like 1-1 draws. Um, I think it was at home to Winchester City. They got a 1-1 draw, and the game before that was a 1-1 draw. But their last game was postponed, so they might be a little bit well rested. What do you make of them? They're obviously in the relegation zone. They seem to be able to get a draw if they can, but as I say, haven't won since the start of the year. What do you make of them?
Yeah, well, listen, they got some good players. Centre forwards are good. Centre midfielders are good. The reason we know a little bit about them and we do most of our work on Sunday with them is we was meant to have them 2.5 weeks ago and it got called off. So we done a lot of work on them. So, but they could pick up a result any day of the week. I think theirs is the same as us before Christmas. The teams down in the bottom 10, it's all about consistency, isn't it? And we're in different levels with budget and what we're all trying to achieve. They've been together 2-3 years, this team, on Monday night. And when we went there, we beat them 2-0. And that was a real difficult game. It looked like we went there 1-2-0, but they had to cut the good chances. That'd be a 50-50 game. But we should be favourites because we're at home against them. But I don't really want to worry about them until I know what's happened on Saturday, and then we'll be ready for them on Monday night.
Let's wrap it up by chatting injuries. Joe Beardwell is out for what is it? A back complaint, so he's out for like a week and a half, or something like that.
He's got a couple of knee problems. He's been out for a while now, but we look like we've got him nearly back. So when he did come back, he broke down and broke down again. So we got advised to just leave him now completely to be rested. Dan Ware, we feel like could play 30 minutes, but he's not confident to play 30 minutes yet. But we're going to keep monitoring that one. Otherwise, everyone else is fit. I put a message out to the fans yesterday, which I thought was important, so they knew what was going on. I don't like to hide anything from the fans, but sometimes you've got to keep things in house. But every 6 weeks, I've tried to put out a little message about injuries, fitness wise. All I would say to everyone out there at the moment, the boys are in great form. Full of confidence. We're not going to win every game, we know that, but we're going to try and pick up enough points to do well enough this season and build for the future.